Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work.
And we're bringing you the great action of NWA Mountain State Wrestling, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance. Starting things off with a big opening contest this morning. It's a silver screen superstar, Steve Off, who just got hip tossed by the man who looks like a lumberjack, and that's okay because that guy can go in the ring, Jimmy Nemeth. Collar and elbow tie-up between Nemeth and Off. Nemeth comes out on top with an arm drag there, and Steve Off looks a little bit surprised there that Nemeth is getting the best of him in the opening moments of this contest. Nemeth signaling to the crowd, trying to get them behind him. The crowd behind both men very popular in NWA Mountain State Wrestling, as Nemeth nails Off with a body slam in the middle of the ring. Off continues to look very surprised, and maybe he's a little off his game, no pun intended this morning, because Jimmy Nemeth is just owning him at the moment. But just as soon as I say that, Off pushes him off the ropes, but once again, Nemeth, using good, solid, basic wrestling, nails him with a shoulder block. But Off finally finds an opening, hits him with a hip toss, follows it with an arm drag. Both men at a vertical base, and Steve Off muscles the big man up, the bigger man, and body slams him in the center of the ring. Nemeth now flying off the ropes. Off goes flat, tries to go for a leapfrog. Nemeth stands his ground though and slaps Off across the face, and he has definitely got under the skin of the silver screen superstar. And Steve Off, maybe seeing red a little bit too much though, gets nailed by Nemeth, and another wicked forearm shot to the side of the jaw. Nemeth tells the crowd to listen, and you hear that slap reverberate through the building. Steve Off getting fired up, nails Nemeth with a series of forearms. Reversal in the Irish whip though, and Nemeth hits him with a side slam, dead center in the ring, hooks the leg. 2 count only, says the referee. Nemeth now utilizing what appears to be a modified Dragon Sleeper, neutralizing the arm of Steve Off. And from there, he's going to go into a rear headlock. And it appears that Nemeth is trying to cut off the oxygen supply to the silver screen superstar. Steve Off, though, firing away at the midsection, comes off the ropes. Kick to the chin, goes for a super kick, but misses. Nemeth rolls through, nails him with a flatliner. And Steve Off may have just gotten knocked out. By the grace of God, though, 2 count only. And Nemeth has absolutely brought his A game this morning, looking to make an impact. Front face lock by the bigger man. Vertical suplex. Nemeth stands over top of the silver screen superstar, backs up into the corner, runs out, atomic leg drop, a lateral press. Steve Off still kicks out at 2 though. Nemeth though really bringing it to Steve Off this morning, as he pulls him up by his hair, center of the ring, and nails him with a stiff shot to the jaw. Another forearm sends him off the ropes. And now he has a sleeper hold on Steve Off in the center of the ring. Steve Off frantically looking for a way out of this. So much heart and so much desire behind the silver screen superstar. And you see it as he tries to fight out there. But once again, Nemeth runs after him as he bounds off the ropes and hits him with a running back elbow. A series of reversals on the Irish whip, and Steve Off comes out on top with a knee to the gut and an implant DDT. And Steve Off has an opening, and how? 1, 2. Near victory there for Steve Off. But Nemeth still very much in this one, as he's controlled most of the contest. He has a lot left in him. Now, thumb to the eye, that's going to eradicate the momentum that Steve Off had built up for that moment. And Nemeth, as vicious as they come, absolutely staying on top of Steve. Steve Off, though, I said it earlier, a lot of heart, a lot of desire. We saw that in the series of matches, that best of 3 series he had against Dan Murdoch over the NWA Mountain State Junior Heavyweight title. He's got a lot to go, and he's going to give everything he can, leave it all out here this morning. Nemeth, though, so aggressive and so dominating is the big man as he runs it off, nearly taking his head off with that clothesline. Once again, another near fall there. A lot of near falls this morning from Nemeth. He's really, really looking to make a statement today. Nemeth continuing to choke away at Steve Off, trying to deprive him of oxygen. An attempted earlier strategy in this match, and it's a good one too. Off very quick, very agile. He can bounce all over that ring. And a guy whose strength in a match is speed and agility. If you take away oxygen, he isn't going to move very quick. Off though, there's that heart and desire we talked about, that determination as he pushes Nemeth into that corner. And a barrage of shots to the abdomen sends Nemeth out. A reversal on the Irish whip though. Steve Off gets put in the corner. Nemeth misses big with that running body splash. Steve Off going up top. And he flies off with a double axe handle smash to the tip top of Nemeth's head. A big time drop kick. Floored Nemeth with that one. Nemeth against the ropes. Steve Off looking for an Irish whip. Nemeth reverses, so Steve Off catches him. DDT. Steve Off gets on top of him. It could be over 2 count. Nemeth kicks out, barely kicks out, before the referee can put his hand down on the mat the 3rd time. Steve Off, though, needs to not get distracted. As you see Nemeth pull the tights, schoolboys him. Almost had him there. Steve Off cannot afford to get distracted. Nemeth has been so focused and so determined this morning. And as you see the two men trade a series of forearms, Nemeth comes out on top, looks to hook Steve Off up. Steve Off elbows him, back of the head. Nemeth reversing though, has him hooked. Steve Off though, grabs a hold of the arm, reverses, lights off! Lights off! He needs to turn him over! This could be his moment! As you see him, he's got the leg hooked. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be all, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Off had to fight for all he was worth to get that one. But at the end of the day, Steve Off will be the man who stands tall in that ring with his hand raised in victory. Having said that though, what a showing by Jimmy Nemeth. Big, powerful, agile, skilled competitor in that ring. And he's going to have another day, but Steve Off, being a good sportsman, asking the fans to show appreciation for Jimmy Nemeth, and Steve Off himself showing a lot of appreciation. And a handshake, and what a display. Oh my Lord! Jimmy Nemeth, sour grapes. He hit him high during the match, and now he hit him low after all said and done. And Jimmy Nemeth having nothing to do with sportsmanship this morning. He wanted to win, and nothing else will do. And at the cost of his win, he's big, he's angry. He's going to make a statement on the way out. He nailed you, Steve Off.